kicked into the corner, fielded about the 8-yard line. Ryotamogi on the tackle. Number 6, Nick Guadarrama on the return. Gets it out to the 14-yard line. And Perkiomen will have their first drive here of the afternoon. Guadarrama rolls out, keeps it up the middle, and tackled by Chris Rubino and Micah Tillman. Perkiomen comes out in an empty set. 4 receivers. In motion, hands it off to the motion man. It's number 3, Matt Tucker. Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down. The ball's on the 22-yard line with 11:01 left to play in the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 4. Perkiomen needs to get out to about the 30 or the 26-yard line. Looks like they need to get to the 24 for a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Guadarrama in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper. Tackled on the outside by Clayton Halmy. Perkiomen first down. Moves the ball to the 29-yard line. Stack of receivers out to the left. Thrown into the flats. Number 3, Matt Tucker, met by number 28, Jameer Adderley of Kiski. Minimal gain on first down. Gain of about 3. Tick under 10 minutes here in the first quarter. Shotgun set. This time he's got backers on each side. First pass thrown behind his intended target, number 27, Bryce Knoll. We'll make it 3rd down for Perkiomen. 3rd and 7 with 9:34 in the first. It's a pass. He's going across the middle. Pickoff. Avery Jones has it. Looking for blockers. Makes his way up the near sideline. Still on his feet. Pushing forward down the sideline all the way down to the 22-yard line of Perkiomen. That'll give Cougars excellent field position on their first drive. Nice read by Avery across the middle. Up the middle, it's Eric Humphreys. He's got space. And he's in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. 9:12 left in the first quarter on the first play from scrimmage for the Cougars. It's a 23-yard run for Eric Humphreys. And the kick will be Nick Visaggi for the extra point. And it's good, so that'll make it 7-0. Cougars lead over Perkiomen here in the first quarter. 9:12 left. Visaggi will now have kickoff duties as well. Back deep it again for Perkiomen. It'll be Bryce Knoll. Fielded at the 4. Knoll brings it out. And he's run into by number 62, Xiao Tang of Kiski. Perkiomen will have the ball starting at their 30 with 9:04 left in the first quarter. Guadarrama drops back, takes a shot down the field, and just over the head of A.J. Kimbrough for Kiski. It was Reggie James, the intended receiver, on the far side. It'll be 2nd and 10. Play action out into the flats. Intended receiver number 12, Ryan O'Donnell, not able to get under the ball. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Perkiomen. Quarterback keeps it. Still looking. Thrown to the near side. It was picked up by number 28, Jameer Adderley, down by contact. So the Cougars will take over at the 39-yard line in Perkiomen with 8:44 left. Quarterback John Lighty in the shotgun has Cato Legespi. He gives it to him. Up the middle. Fights off the defender. Makes a break for the end zone. And he's in. 2 plays and 2 touchdowns for the Cougar. This time it's Cato Legespi on a 39-yard run up the middle. 8:33 left in the first quarter. Kiski has a 13-0 lead. Nick Visaggi will be in to kick the extra point. Holding will be John Lighty. Kick is up and it's good. So with 8:33 left in the first quarter, Cougars lead 14-0 over Perkiomen. Visaggi will kick it away. Knoll again back for Perkiomen. He's under it at about the 10. And he's met by a host of Cougars, including Griffin Donahue. Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. Guadarrama drops back and thrown at the feet of number 12, Ryan O'Donnell, making it 2nd down and 10. 8:23 left in the first quarter. Perkiomen with the ball on the 25. Guadarrama again in the shotgun. 5 receivers set. Quick bubble screen out to the right. Forced out by Eric Humphreys. That was Matt Tucker for a gain of about 9 yards. Perkiomen needs to get to the 35 for a first down. Able to get it out to the 34-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 1 with 7:55 left in the first. This time they shift this set, bring the 4 receivers to this side of the field. Over the middle, it's number 27, Bryce Knoll, with the reception, gets it to the 49-yard line, and Perkiomen enters the Cougar zone for the first time here this afternoon with 7:32. It'll be 1st and 10 Perkiomen. I apologize for all the wind. High snap. Guadarrama keeps it. And he fights his way up to about the 35-yard line. Ridden to the ground by Chris Rubino. 7:05 left in the first quarter. And a 5-yard loss as it's handed off to David Smith. We'll make it 2nd and 15 from the 35 with 6:29 left in the first quarter. Rushed up the middle. Jalen Cooper has a crack at it. Incomplete pass to number 15, Reggie James. Nice pressure by the Cougars up the middle. 3rd and 15 with 5:59 left in the first quarter. Pressure by Jake Fidel, forces the quarterback to his left and finds Matt Tucker. Gets it to the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down for Perkiomen. They're going to mark it at the 28. That'll make it about 4th and 3. Quick out to the left, nothing there. Incomplete pass. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Cougars will take over at their own 29-yard line with 5:45 left in the first quarter. This will be the Cougars' worst field position of the day, as they've already had 2 interceptions that put them in Perkiomen's zone and led to 2 quick scores on runs from Cato Legespi and Eric Humphreys. There's a timeout on the field. We'll be back in a couple seconds with the Cougars taking over at their 29. Back out of the shotgun, or back out of the timeout. Lady will set up in the shotgun with Legespi to his left. 5:45 left here in the first quarter. Handoff up the middle. It's the draw. Tackled by number 12 of Perkiomen is Cato Legespi. That's Ryan O'Donnell on the tackle. Gain of about 2. Be 2nd and 8. Just inside the 31-yard line. Cougars split 3 to the right. Avery Jones near side. They take a shot at Jones. It's there for him. And he's got 10 yards and he's in. That'll make it 20-0 Cougars off the strike from Leidy to Avery Jones. That'll be a 69-yard touchdown. That score coming at 5:01 left in the first quarter. Wasaji again in to kick the extra point. Lighty in to hold. And it's good. So with 5:01 left in the first quarter, the Cougars lead 21-0 over the Perkiomen. Varsity will kick it away. Noel back to receive. Line drive kick. Fielded at the 4, brought out. Brought down by Kimbrough. And Rubino. And also in there was Zihao Tang. Perkiomen sets up from the 25-yard line. Guadarrama in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Pitches it out to him. It's number 2, David Smith. Forced out by Micah Tillman at the 29-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. .449 left in the first quarter. Number 3 goes in motion. Guadarrama rolls that way with him. Takes a shot. And a nice catch made by number 2, David Smith. Able to keep his feet in bounds on the one-handed snag from Guadarrama. That'll move Perkiomen to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 4:40 left in the quarter. Try and cut that win whenever I can. 4 receiver set. Put Smith in motion. Snap well over his head. Ball still loose. Finally recovered by Chris Rubino, who comes out of the pile. Varsity in there to help. Cougars take over at the Perkiomen 22-yard line. So mishandled snap well over his head was Guadarrama, and eventually coming away is Chris Rubino for Kiski. Shotgun set, Lighty with Legespi to his left, gives it to him on the draw up the middle. Met quickly by number 66 of Perkiomen, Harry Zhao. Gain of about 2 out to the 20-yard line. Lighty again to Legespi up the middle. fights his way forward. Near the first down, they mark it at about the 13-yard line. Cougars need to get to the 12 for a first, so it'll be 3rd and 1 with about 3:35 left to play in the first quarter. Hand off to Jameer Adderley. He's got space, and he's getting clipped around the ankle to be brought down by David Smith. Had space there, just got tripped up. But he does gain a first down for the Cougars. 3:23 left in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. Handed off. Adderley again. Gets it to the 5, but there's a flag on the play. Thrown in the area of offensive holding. Holding called against the Cougars. It'll back them up. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 20-yard line. 3 minutes left here in the quarter. Cougars lead 21-0. Lady in the gun, Adderley to his left. Play action out in the flat. It's Humphreys catching it. Makes a move on Guadarrama, but he grabs him by the jersey. Still on his feet and brought down. Forward progress will mark him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Lady in the gun. Needs to get 18. Hands it off to Adderley around the left. Tackled by Guadarrama at the 16-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 16. Under 2 minutes to play, about a 1:45 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Lady throws the fade to the corner, looking for Clayton Halmy. Nothing there, so it'll be 4th down with 1:30 left on the clock. Cougars will make a decision. Looks like they're going to bring in Nick Visaggi for a field goal attempt. It'll be about a 27-yard field goal. Excuse me, that would be a 35-yard field goal. And it's good. So with 1:25 left, Visaggi knocks it through. Making it 24-0. Cougars lead. So there we got, had to move your camera there a little bit. Get you back here. It's 24-0. Visaggi in for the kickoff. Noel not back deep this time. This time it's Reggie James. James fields it at the 10. Met by Chris Rubino. 1:17 left in the first quarter. Perkiomen will have the ball starting at their 22-yard line. Going to cut that wind a second. Be right back. Guadarrama in the shotgun. Sends Smith in motion. Rolls that way with him. Knocked down off the hands of Jake Fidel of Kiski. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:11 left in the first quarter. Second and 10 from the 22 of Perkiomen. Again, Smith goes in motion. Guadarrama rolls that way. They're going to try the similar play. This time trying to hit Smith up the sideline. Incomplete pass to Smith will make it 3rd down with 1:03 left in the first quarter. And the shotgun 5 receiver set for Guadarrama. Play action. Nothing there. Brought down by number 54, Darius Barrett of Kiski. That pushes Perkiomen all the way back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down with 43 seconds left. Smith into punt for Perkiomen. Back deep for the Cougars is Avery Jones, standing at the Perkiomen 43. Snap over his head. It's in the end zone. And that'll be a safety for Kiski on the miscue by Perkiomen. It'll make it 26-0 in favor of the Cougars. So Perkiomen will kick off to the Cougars after the safety. There will be 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kicking will be Sean McPherson. Adderley's back. So is AJ Kimbrough on a line drive. See who caught that. Elijah Blackwell caught that line drive kick, able to return it up to the Perkiomen 33-yard line. So the Cougars will take over with 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Again, in excellent field position. Lighty brings the play in, breaks the huddle. He's got Eric Humphreys and Cato Legespi in the backfield with him. He takes the snap. Legespi on the sweep right. Battles his way down to the 24-yard line, tackled by number 12, Ryan O'Donnell of Perkiomen. That'll be the end of the quarter. Cougars lead 26-0 over Perkiomen. We'll switch ends of the field and be back in just a moment. Apologies if the stream dropped out. Just waiting for the quarter to switch. It'll be Cougars ball as we switch into the field. Just give us 1 second. So the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Draw up the middle to Legespi. He's got space, and he's going to take it to the house for the Cougars. So 11 seconds into the second quarter, Legespi punches it in for 6 on the 45-yard run, making it 32-0. Cougars lead over Perkiomen. Visagi will be in to attempt the extra point. Lighty gets it down, and Visagi puts it through. 33-0 with 11:49 left in the second quarter. Legespi on the 45-yard run, and Visagi with the extra point. I'll give you a break from that wind, and we'll be back with Visagi kicking off to Perkiomen. Bryce Noel back to field for Perkiomen. Nick Visaggi kicking off. Fielded at the 12-yard line by Noel. Again, it's Chris Rubino on the tackle.
By the time they turn around, they got nobody they can hit because
Perkiomen will take over with 11:42 in the second at about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, quick screen out to the right to Matt Tucker. Pressured by Jameer Adderley on the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. Or a loss of 2, excuse me. Pushes Perkiomen back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12. They've got to get out to about the 37-yard line for a first down. Guadarrama in the shotgun. Tucker in the backfield with him as well. He sends him in motion. Nice defense by Griffin Donahue, but they're going to call him for pass interference, using that free hand to pull the jersey on the backside. So Perkiomen catches a break there. It was nice coverage by Griffin, just got caught using that free hand. So minute ticks away now. We have 10:48 left in the second quarter. That'll push Perkiomen just over the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 41. Guadarrama in the gun. Back there with him is David Smith. Sends Smith in motion. Quick screen out to the flats for him. And Griffin Donahue able to run up and read that and make the tackle back at about the 37-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 14. Into the backfield comes Ryan O'Donnell to flank Guadarrama. He goes in motion. Going to be a delay of game call on Perkiomen. So after they get the pass interference call, they give it right back. And they're back all the way to the 32-yard line. They've got to get all the way to the Cougar 49 for a first down. Getting to the quarterback, number 15 for Kiski, Jordan Aki. Nice pressure from the front line of the Cougars. Able to collapse the pocket, and Aki gets the sack. That'll make it 3rd and a long way as they're backed up to the 28-yard line. They've got to get about 23 yards, 3rd and 23. 9:20 left on the clock here in the half. Empty set for Guadarrama, 5 receivers. Receiver falls down. A.J. Kimbrough not able to make the interception. Intended receiver was number 15, Reggie James. That'll make it 4th and 23 for Perkiomen. Send in their punt team. Avery Jones back for Kiski. David Smith into punt for Perkiomen. Low snap, gets it off. Line drive. Should roll quite a ways. See if Avery picks it up. He does at the 2. He's got a lot of space. Looking for blockers, makes a cut across the 50. He's going to get all the way to the far sideline. And Micah Tillman makes what I would call an unnecessary block, negating a 98-yard punt return. So nice return by Avery for the touchdown. Again, 98 yards, going to be brought back on a questionable block by Micah Tillman. .8:31 left in the half. Cougars take over. After the penalty, they'll be backed all the way up to the 33-yard line in Cougar territory. First and 10. Lighty in the shotgun with Legespi and Humphreys in the backfield as well. Handoff, Humphreys gets out to the outside and brought down around the 20-yard line by Guadarrama and James. Lighty in the gun again. Handoff to Legespi around the right side this time for a loss. Tackled by number 55. That's Desmond Sampson on the tackle of Legespi. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Kiski. Legespi with Lighty. He gets the handoff on the draw play. Sampson able to undercut it, and another loss for the Cougars. Backs them up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 14 from the 24-yard line. Seven minutes and 9 seconds left here in the half. Lighty now has Adderley to his left. Hands it off to him. Makes the cut up inside. Still on his feet. Finds the space and takes it into the end zone with 6:52 left in the half. It's Adderley on a 32-yard run up the middle. That'll make it 39-0 for the Cougars. Basaji again into kick with Lighty on the hold and Jalen Cooper snapping. Nope, excuse me, it's not Jalen Cooper. Long snapper is Darius Barrett. Kick is good. Cougars take a 40-0 lead here with 6:52 left in the half. Stick around. We're going to have our Hall of Fame recognition ceremony at halftime for the 2017 class who got inducted last night at a ceremony here at Kiski. They'll be recognized at halftime. A little bit of a shorter kick for Visagi, fielded by Tucker. Up the sideline and forced out by Yi Sun of Kiski. See where they mark it. Somewhere near the 30, 35, 34, somewhere in there. Well, they're going to call it the 31. So 31-yard line. Perkiomen will have the ball. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left for them to do work. O'Donnell in the backfield with Guadarrama. Takes the snap. Incomplete pass to number 3, Matt Tucker. Probably good he didn't catch that ball because the footsteps of A.J. Kimbrough were there. Second and 10 for Perkiomen from the 31-yard line. In the gun, Guadarrama rolls a little bit to his right, looks across the field. Perkiomen had 2 in the area. Matt Tucker and number 32. .6:21 left in the half. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 10. Sweet pass. David Smith took the handoff, looked down the near sideline to Bryce Noel. Overthrows him slightly. That'll make it 4th and 10 for Perkiomen. Clock stops with 6:14 left in the half. Punt, Smith. Look out, little dog. Nearly takes out the Yorkie on the far side of the field. 6:07 left in the half. They'll mark it in Perkiomen territory. Maybe. Signaled the 49, but they'll call it the 50. So marked at the 50, it'll be 1st and 10. 6:07 left to play in the half. John Leidy will come onto the field to guide the Cougar offense. Legespi and Humphreys join him in the backfield. Handoff Legespi up the middle. fights forward to the 41-yard line. He will be just short of the first down. 2nd and 1 with 5:57 left. Handoff. Legaspi dodges a tackler, turns it up and gets 2 yards, and the first down for Kiski. 5:35 left as the clock ticks. It is homecoming here at Kiski, so please stick around for halftime. We will recognize the Hall of Fame inductees. Soccer finished just a little bit ago. They won 6-1 over Perkiomen. Legaspi on the handoff up the middle, grabbed around the ankles by number 12, Ryan O'Donnell, not before gaining another first down for Kiski, all the way down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Cougars led 5-0 at the half in the soccer game and came out and put it away 6-1. Lady in the gun with Legaspi. To his left, he gives it to him. Again on the draw play up the middle, met by O'Donnell at the 24-yard line. Second and, about 6 yards. This time it's Jameer Adderley with the handoff. Knocked out of bounds. Down around the 15. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line with 4:02 left in the half. First down for the Cougars. 4 minutes left. Adderley again in the backfield. Lady gives it to him. Gains about 3 yards. Handoff to Adderley up the middle again. Pushes forward for about 3. Third and 7 for Kiski with 2:40 left in the half. Adderley makes something out of nothing, still on his feet, breaks a couple tackles, and walks into the end zone with 2:24 left. Made something out of nothing for sure. Met in the backfield by Perkiomen, able to escape, break a few tackles, and make it 46-0 over Kiski, or for Kiski over Perkiomen. Injury for Perkiomen on the play. Looks like Desmond Sampson is down for Perkiomen. Take a quick break, but 2:24 left in the half. Come back with the extra point attempt for Kiski. Barrett will be holding on the extra point attempt, or will be snapping. Lighty will hold, and Visagi will be kicking. This looks to make it 47. Perkiomen jumps off sides. Move the Cougars a little bit closer. The Visagi kick is up, and it's good. 47-0 Cougars lead. 2:24 left in the half. Visagi will kick off. Bryce Noel back for Perkiomen. Visagi kicks it away. Fielded at the 15 by Noel. Tripped by Griffin Donahue. Brought down by Rubino and Nick Visagi. No, excuse me, Ryota Mogi. Perkiomen will take over at their 31-yard line with 2:16 left in the half. Matt Tucker makes his way into the backfield with Guadarrama. Pitches it to him. Out wide, Griffin Donahue and Jake Fidel make the tackle for Kiski on a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for Perkiomen. Clock keeps ticking down to 1:45 left in the half. David Smith joins Guadarrama in the backfield. He goes in motion out wide left. Guadarrama rolls that way. Finds Matt Tucker midfield. Brought down by Adderley at the 50-yard line. 1:29 left. Clock will continue to roll once they reset. See if Perkiomen can push to the end zone here before the end of the half. Fake to Tucker. Guadarrama keeps it on the QB keeper to the left side. Read option for him. Pushes out for a first down for Perkiomen to the 39-yard line of the Cougars. Gets out of bounds as well, which stops the clock at 1:03. Empty set this time. Tucker comes to the backfield, fumbled, and he's able to fall on the miscue handoff from Guadarrama. There'll be a loss on the play that backs Perkiomen up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13. 2nd and 14. From the 43. 28 seconds left in the half. Again, Tucker in motion, play action. Guadarrama still on his feet. Ball comes out. Tillman picks it up, and finally falling on it for Kiski is Nick Galarski, number 73. With 6 seconds left in the half. Guadarrama on the fumble. Cougars recover. Perkiomen seemed to have some momentum there, but not able to make the push for the half. So we'll see what the Cougars do, if they decide to take a knee or if they're going to take a shot at the end zone. I would have to think that they're going to take a knee, but we'll see. And John Leidy kneels on the ball. That'll end the half. Cougars lead Perkiomen at the half 47-0. Stick around. We will be having our homecoming festivities of recognizing our 2017 class inducted into the Hall of Fame last night. We'll be back in just a second with that. So as we have the inductees come onto the field with their families and friends get set up to be recognized. Again, we had the ceremony last night in Rogers where they each of the individuals inducted got to make a speech in thanks and recognition for their acceptance into the hall, as well as 3 teams this year got inducted. Each were recognized by their respective coaches of the time, Mr. Orsatti, Mr. Yoder, and Mr. Muster. So as soon as we get underway here, we have 4 individuals that were inducted last night and 3 teams. First inductee to be recognized here this afternoon is Tom Mentz. The notes accompanying Tom Mentz's senior portrait in 1953 Kiski yearbook described him as Kiski's All-American boy, rated as one of the grid greats whose competitive spirit is non-parallel. Outstanding basketball player, destined for success both athletically and in life's ambition. Mr. Mentz was indeed an athletic juggernaut for Kiski as a standout contributor in all aspects of football play and on the basketball court. In basketball, he was the top offensive threat, scoring a Kiski record 39 points in one game, and also possessed remarkable rebounding prowess. He was perhaps known more for his football acumen. Mr. Mentz was a talented punter, receiver, and defender. His diverse talents helped him find fame with the University of Michigan before he was drafted 22nd overall by the Chicago Cardinals of the National Football League. Tom was unable to make the events today as he was traveling for business. Next receiving the plaque is Robert Fuelhart, his family there to receive the plaque. Robert Fuelhart, before Mr. Fuelhart, was a four-sport stud for Army's Black Knights in football, basketball, baseball, and lacrosse. He accomplished similar notoriety as a Kiski boy, albeit with track replacing lacrosse. The Bob Mathias Award winner amassed 14 Kiski athletic letters. He was considered part of the basketball team's nucleus and is still ranked 3rd all-time in the broad jump at the time of his Hall of Fame induction. Kiski's 1958 head prefect extended his capacity of leadership to the athletic field as a captain of the Kiski and Army football teams. Lieutenant Fuelhart was killed in action in 1965, serving our country bravely in Vietnam. Last night, his daughter, Jamie Fuelhart, accepted the award and presented on his behalf. Our next inductee to be recognized is Brad Killer Henry, class of 1974. He was a dominant runner who may not have had the opportunity to excel if it were not for concussions that ended his promising football career and the sage advice of a mentor. Headmaster Jack Pigeon knew of Mr. Henry's running ability and recruited him for track and cross country after it was certain his time as a deft running back was abruptly concluded. He was an instant success in cross country, tallying 5 wins his junior year and finishing first in all races but one his final year. As a senior track athlete, he tied the mile record and set the 2-mile record that remains at the time of his Hall of Fame induction. Mr. Henry won Kiski's William H. McKillop Award, the Bob Mathias Award, the Headmasters Award, and the St. Andrews Society Award. The fourth individual to be recognized here this afternoon is Jeff Urbany. Jeff Urbany, class of 1980, was an athletically gifted Kiski boy who left his mark as a football, wrestling, track and field, and baseball letter winner. Although Mr. Urbany played key roles with a pair of football interstate prep league championship teams, he was best known for his skills on the wrestling mat. He won the National Prep Wrestling Championship at 189 pounds in both 1979 and in 1980. For both football and wrestling at Kiski, with the latter title culminating in a 27-0 season. Mr. Urbany was a senior captain for both football and wrestling at Kiski. He continued his high level of athletic achievement at Princeton University, where he was captain of the football team and tallied 3 letters in football and 4 as a wrestler. The 1981 golf team is our first team here this afternoon to be recognized. The 1981 golf team collected 19 wins before their only loss by 1 point using match play scoring during the last match of the season. Although their average margin of team victory was nearly 24 strokes per 9-hole contest, their phenomenal overall record included several matches that came down to the final hole. A recipe of team consistency mixed with individual heroics kept Kiski ahead of the competition through almost the entire season. Captain Arnold Cartrell paced the squad with a 9-hole average of 37, followed closely by Christopher Campisi, 38, Michael Dow, 40, and John Taylor. Members of that team include Gene Arnold, Christopher Campisi, Arnold Cottrell, Mike Dowell, Philip Erickson, Randall Faust, Mark Miller, John Taylor, and Michael Urich. Unfortunately, none of those members were able to make it to the ceremonies today as they had various commitments. But we will move on to our second team, the 1994 track team. This team was the undefeated Interstate Prep School League champion track team in 1994. They won the dual meet by an average score of 85 points. This was arguably the most complete and deepest team during a dominant decade for Kiski track and field. The 1994 squad won the IPSL championship by capturing titles in every field event and 11 of 16 events overall. In doing so, Kiski scored more points than the other 4 teams combined. Members of that team include Stephen Amy, Brett Andre, Michael Argros, John Boyle, Leland Brewer, Gabriel Cole, Chad Cordoni, Rich Donaldson, Michael Fabricant, Rob Fry, Scott Funt, James Grease, Steve Hurd, Adam John, Scott Kazab, Alex Kuzneski, Luke Latimer, Michael Mell, Joe McCabe, Micah McQuigg, James McWilliams, Kevin Miller, Brian Murphy, Jason Musone, Mark O'Hara, Shintaro Ono, BJ Pendleton, Bradley Perdra, Harold Plentz, Zach Podolinsky, Angus Power, Jack Quinn, Ryan Ravenscroft, Talbot Reber, Eric Retger, Jesse Richards, Jason Rossi, Reed Rotzler, Randolph Scott, Patrick Shannon, Darren Silvis, David Stitt, and Mayayoshi Nakai. Oh, there's a list over here too. Neil Sorick, Andrew Strickland, Yoshinori Wada, Richard Worth, Marcos Ignatskis, Scott Young, They were coached by Doug Yoder, Dan Brown, Wes Kralik, Dave Lane, and Cornelius Rayford. The final team here to be recognized this afternoon, the 1994 football team. The 94 football team compiled a record of 7-1 while capturing the Interstate Prep School League Championship. Curtis Enos fueled the offense, averaging 10 yards per carry, but Kiski needed a complete effort to convert that dominance into wins. It was the defense that stopped Lindsley from scoring from within 10 yards on the goal line 3 times to preserve that close victory against a powerful rival. Their sole loss to a physically superior Valley Forge Military Academy may have been their most impressive performance. The Cougars battled back from an early 0-14 deficit while holding the Trojans to 61 yards of offense the rest of the day. 11 Cougars from this championship team went on to play college football. Aresh Arabasadi, Clay Bain, Ben Blystone, Gabriel Cole, Nathan Cole, Matthew Confer, Chad Cordoni, Todd Donovan, Curtis Enos, James Grease, Chris Hazlitt, Kevin Herman, Hong Zhang, Byron Kohut, James Kunkel, Matt Kurth, Nick Liardis, Greg Lignelli, RJ McGinnis, James McWilliams, Brian Murphy, Seth Osakowitz, BJ Pendleton, Scott Patia, Thomas Perosco, Justin Powell, Angus Power, Jack Quinn, Jeremy Rapp, Aaron Ravenscroft, Ryan Ravenscroft, Leon Robinson, Chad Skeena, Dan Stitt, Craig Sutyak, Gerald Sutyak, Andrew Swank, Chris Tosh, Greg Tusarone, Jeremy Walker. They were coached by Marcus Muster, Bo Buren, Dave Reno Diorio, Tom Jessup, Andy Muffley, and Raleigh Young. Congratulations to all those inducted last evening, and again, congratulations today as they accept their plaques that will be hung in the Hall of Fame here in the Ross Athletic Center. We will post the entire game in its entirety, including this ceremony, on our YouTube channel following the game. If you're having any problems in terms of seeing the stream, it will be broadcast in its entirety uninterrupted at the end of the game. Again, this afternoon, Kiski won the soccer match against Perkiomen 6-1, and they lead 47-0 here at the half over Perkiomen. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with second half action. Will be Nick Guadarrama for Perkiomen. He squibs it up the middle. A.J. Kimbrough comes over to scoop it up. Jameer Adderley is going to be called for a hold on the return. So that'll back the Cougars up. And as I say, they're going to have a running clock. They stop the clock. So they apparently stop it on the penalty. So the clock starts again, and the Cougars will have their first drive of the second half starting at their 15 after the holding penalty against Adderley on the return. Handoff inside, up the middle, making the tackles, number 65 for Perkiomen. That's Chandler Gavin. On the carry was Aku Black, the freshman running back. In at quarterback now, instead of John Lighty, we have Griffin Donahue. As Kiski makes subs, Griffin rolls out into the flat, throws it to Ryan Brett. And he's tackled by number 27, Bryce Noel. So this is a chance for some of the players who don't get in all the time to get some action. 10:30 left in the third as that clock winds. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the 14 for the Cougars. Griffin again in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it. And he's tackled by number 66, Harry Zhao. Flag on the play. It's going to be a personal foul against Perkiomen. So that'll push the Cougars forward and give them a first down. Clock ticks under 9:30 in the third. Be the Cougar 34 will be the spot of the ball. Eli Weiland comes in as the quarterback. Hands off to Aku Black. Met in the backfield by David Smith, able to cut through and catch him by the ankles. That'll make it 2nd down. Loss of 2 on the play. Back him up to the 32-yard line. Again, given to Black on the draw up the middle. Zhao on the tackle. Gets help from his teammates to push Aku Black back even more. They actually gave him a gained a yard on the play with forward progress up to the 33-yard line. Still about 3rd and 12 for the Cougars with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Weiland in the gun with Ryota Mogi to his right now. Low snap. Play is blown dead. False start on the offense. Be 3rd and 17. Cougars need to get out to about the 45-yard line for a first down. High snap. Weiland takes it and is still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 25-yard line. So the miscue on the snap forces Weiland to keep it. Clock ticks under 7 minutes. Into punt will be Clayton Halmy for Kiski. Back deep is number 3, Matt Tucker. Timeout called by Kiski. So 6:35 left here in the third quarter. It'll be 4th and 20 for the Cougars when we return from the timeout. Reset after the timeout. It'll be a punt. Clayton Halmy. Tucker back for Perkiomen. Nice punt from Clayton. Touched by Avery Jones. They'll mark it at the 42-yard line. So fresh drive for Perkiomen. 6:18 left in the half, or in the quarter, excuse me. Again, we'll post this game in its entirety after the game is over. Ball thrown up. Ryan Brett in defense for the Cougars. Thrown to David Smith. Was Guadarrama's intended target. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. Smith goes in motion. Guadarrama looks to keep it, still keeps his throwing option available. Puts it up again. A.J. Kimbrough up, hits him in the hands, nearly picked off by A.J. That'll make it third down for Perkiomen with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Third and still 10 yards to go for Perkiomen. Guadarrama throws it behind his intended target, Matt Tucker. That'll make it fourth down for Perkiomen. Sorry about the shaky camera there. Just moving tripod down. Punt by Smith. Kimbrough back to receive it. Picks it up on the bounce. Splits two defenders, still on his feet. And brought down by number 85 of Perkiomen, Paul Schlalbach. Adderley shaken up on the play for Kiski. And there's also a Perkiomen player down on the far side of the field as well. 3:32 left in the game. Kiski leads 47-0. Adderley's back up, walking off with some help from the trainer and Joey Chappie. The Perkiomen player also up and off the field under his own power. So 3:32 left in the third quarter. Kiski will take over at the 39-yard line. No, excuse me, 44-yard line. Be 1st and 10. In at quarterback is Eli Weiland, the sophomore here at Kiski. Hands it off. Ryota Mogi with his speed up the middle. Hit by number 65 of Perkiomen, Chandler Gavin. Clock goes under 3 minutes. It'll be 2nd and about 8 for the Cougars. Handoff, Ryota Mogi again on the draw play, still up. Pushes forward for a gain of about 3 yards. There's a flag on the play. Offsides on Kiski. Down on the play is Ryota Mogi. He's up and is walking off, so he'll be okay. 2:22 left here in the third quarter. Back after the injury timeout is Kiski, set up with a 2nd and 12. Handoff, AJ Kimbrough met in the backfield. Loss on the play. Cougars now at their 41-yard line. It'll be third and about 13. Handoff for Yoda Mogi around the right side. He's got some speed. We'll see if he's going to get caught down the sideline. He's not, and he's in the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. That'll be a 59-yard touchdown run for Ryota Mogi. With 1:05 left in the third quarter, Cougars add 6 to the scoreboard, 53-0 over Perkiomen. Nice piece of running. Ryota using his speed to get around that outside and find the sideline and eventually the end zone. Into kick, Nick Visaggi for the extra point. Visaggi's kick is good, adding a point to the Cougars total here this afternoon. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Cougar kickoff team will come out and send it deep to Bryce Noel of Perkiomen. Visaggi will kick. Visaggi sends it away. Noel fields it at the 15. Hits off his knees. There's a Cougar in the territory of recovering the fumble. We'll see if he got it. It was Elijah Blackwell. Nearly getting the recovery for Kiski. Perkiomen does recover the fumble, or the muffed kickoff attempt by Bryce Noel. Timeout called by Kiski. 47 seconds left. The Cougars are using this game as an opportunity to get some playing time for some younger players, and so they had a little bit of miscommunication on who's supposed to be where on defense. Back out of the timeout, 43 seconds left here in the third. Guadarrama going to take a shot to the outside. Throws it away. A.J. Kimbrough again there on the defense. Drops his opportunity at a interception. Second and 10 for Perkiomen. The clock will tick down. See if they get another play here before the end of the quarter. Looks like they're going to take it to the end of the quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, Cougars lead 54-0. We'll head into the fourth quarter with a second and 10 opportunity for Perkiomen. Down the far sideline, it's Matt Tucker, and he's in the end zone for Perkiomen's first points of the day, tearing off about a 76-yard touchdown run. Smith takes the direct snap, throws it up to Guadarrama, and he gets that foot down for the two-point conversion. That'll make the score 54-8. And Perkiomen will kick off to Kiski now with 11:29 left in the game. That Perkiomen score 54-8. On the run by Tucker. Extra point, Guadarrama from David Smith. Back deep for Kiski is number 2, A.J. Kimbrough, and Ryan Brett. Smith will kick for Perkiomen. Puts it short at the 25, fielded by Nick Visagi. Makes a cut back and puts it out at about the 43-yard line of Kiski. It's a return of about, 16, 17 yards for Visagi. Clock starts with 11:14 left in the fourth. Eli Weiland in the shotgun, hands off to Aku Black, and is met in the hole by Nick Guadarrama. Pushed back for a loss on the play. .10:20 on the clock. Black takes the ball up the middle again and brought down by a host of Perkiomen players for a loss back to the 41-yard line. Be 3rd and 12 for the Cougars. Again, many of the backups into play for Kiski. Aku Black, play action to him. Weiland rolls out and throws it over Ryan Brett's head. That'll make it 4th and 12 for the Cougars. They're going to bring in the punt team. Clayton Holme back to punt. Kicks it to Matt Tucker. Has to field it on the bounce. Nice play by Avery Jones to wrap him up by the ankles. 8:40 left to play in the fourth. Be 1st and 10 for Perkiomen from their 16-yard line. Guadarrama out into the flats. It's Tucker. Brought down by Jordan Aki. Second and 5 for Perkiomen. Comes the sweep across, and handed off to Ryan O'Donnell, who loses his footing as well as a couple of yards. Back to about the 18-yard line. 3rd and 7. Well, we'll call it 3rd and 8. Across the middle, play action, slant route. He finds Tucker, tackled by number 22, Ryan Brett. Not before a first down gained for Perkiomen to their 37-yard line. Under 7 minutes now to play in the game. Guadarrama into the flat to O'Donnell. Nice tackle by A.J. Kimbrough in the open field. Perkiomen down to the Cougar 44-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 45. First down, now under 6 minutes to play here in the game. Guadarrama play action behind is number 27. Gets behind Ryota Mogi. That's Bryce Noel on the reception. Gets it down to about the 14-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 13. Now 5 minutes left here in the game. Tucker throws it to Guadarrama in the end zone, defended by A.J. Kimbrough. Tucker again now set up as QB. Well, he'll probably go. Pitches it out to number 3, Matt Tucker, and drugged down by Micah Tillman. 3:33 left in the game. Perkiomen faces a third down from the 15. They're still able to get a first down. They've got to get it down inside the 3-yard line. So they face 3rd and 12. Guadarrama comes back in the quarterback position. Tries to the corner over top of Eli Weiland. And into the end zone is David Smith, making the score 54-14 with 2:20 or 2:52. A lot of numbers there. 2:52 left in the game. 54-14. We'll see if Perkiomen's going to go for two. I imagine they will. They were successful on their first conversion, and they set up for a 2-point conversion here as well. Spread the field. Try a little out route to David Smith. It's incomplete. .252 left in the game. Cougars lead 54-14 over Perkiomen. Guadarrama will kick. Guadarrama will kick to Ryan Brett and AJ Kimbrough. They try the onside kick. Fielded by Cato Logespi and plowed ahead to the 42-yard line. .245 left in the game. Cougars will take over in Perkiomen territory at the 42-yard line. In the gun is Weiland. Hands off to Aku Black. He's tracked down from behind by number 85 of Perkiomen, Paul Schlabach. It's a loss of 1 for the Cougars. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 43. Hands off, fakes the handoff, keeps it. Weiland around the outside. Gets it to the 33-yard line. Still about 3 yards to go to get a first down here on 3rd down. Hands it off to Aku Black. Spins out of it, still on his feet, and falls forward. We'll see where they mark him. They've got to get to the 31. I'm not sure that he got there. He only gains a yard up to the 32-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 1 for Kiski. Weiland read option, goes around the outside, and gains the first down and gets it down to the 21-yard line. 22 seconds left in the game. And they're going to call that the ball game. So Kiski defeats Perkiomen 54-14 here on homecoming weekend. The Cougars also defeated Perkiomen 6-1 in soccer. We'll be back in action next weekend against Wyoming Seminary. So join us on Cougar Game Day next weekend at 1 o'clock.